Ooh. Ah. Ooh. I hear someone saying, ooh. Ah. Ooh. Don't you know? It's the sound of the man working on the chain gang. It's the sound of the man working on the chain gang. All day long they're singing, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ah, ooh. Well, don't you know? That's the sound of the man working on the Polymerase Chain Reaction Gang. That's the sound of the man working on the Polymerase Chain Reaction Gang. All day long they work so hard till the sun is going down, working on your test results, wearing a frown. You hear them moaning their lives away, then you hear somebody say, that's the sound of the men we're working on the Polymerase Chain Reaction Gang. It's hard to get all those words in. That's the sound of the men and women working on the Polymerase Chain Reaction Gang. Can't you hear them singing? Ooh, ah, I'm going home one of these days from the laboratory. I'm going home. See my woman. Well, that's so dear. But meanwhile, I gotta work right here, these little test tubes. Well, don't you know? That's the sound of a man working on the Polymerase Chain Reaction Gang. That's the sound of the man working on the Polymerase Chain Reaction Gang. I got it right. All day long they're singing, ooh, ah, we're working so hard. Oh, give me water. I'm thirsty. My work is so hard. Woo! My work is so hard. Well, never sung that one before. That was good. Hey, folks, welcome. Welcome to the jail. The Clink. Clink was actually the name of a small jail in London that was used as a generic name for the jail. It was a real jail, and here, I don't know which one I'm in. Newgate. Newgate is probably the most famous one, I suppose, but I couldn't mention it in my advert because it didn't start with a GM or a T. For I always make a joke of GMT or BST, depending which part of the year we're in, because this show just goes on all through the year in both time zones. Yeah, which was a surprise, as much a surprise to me as anybody else, I can assure you. It's almost 2 years now. Well, we'll have to have a big party on the 2-year anniversary, which will be in March sometime. I need to check up when the date, the very first show I did. I think it was mid or late March. Not long now, anyway. Yeah. So last week we had Chief Miekelson, the top end of the law, and this week we're at the bottom here. It's Fingers Mcgraw. Top end of the law to Fingers Mcgraw. I'm in for life. Life for crimes against music with this cheeky chappy. Look at this, I've got the whole outfit just in case you thought I was only half dressed like last week. I don't know if you noticed at the end of the show when Chief Inspector Miekelson stood up, he was wearing no trousers. It was shocking, How could I have forgotten to put the trousers on? It just escaped my mind. I'm so busy always on a Sunday morning getting ready for this show. What a funny state of affairs it is. Yeah, 2 years ago I would be going ice skating on a Sunday morning. That was my Sunday morning activity. Yes, I do all the girly sports. Not there's anything wrong with that. Horse riding and ice skating, figure skating. Yes, not the manly ice hockey. No, the dancing on ice kind of stuff. But anyway, I'll be absolutely rubbish now because I haven't done it for about 2 years, apart from when I was on a skate camp in August last year up in Inverness. I don't know if you remember that. I'm booked in for again this year. Ooh, that'll probably be the next time on ice because Murrayfield's still not opened. All the other ice rinks are open, but not Murrayfield's. But anyway, you can't just go and skate anyway. Normally, even on the other ice rinks, for those of you that are keen, I think you have to be like a professional skater or someone going with a coat. Anyway, that's of zero interest to most of you, so I will end that topic. But see, when you're in jail here, you've got nothing else to do but think about things. All that extra time on your hands. It's like being in the jail, actually, isn't it? Self-isolation. I suppose I'm not actually self-isolating, but it feels like it. Feels like it. Right, so on with the show. I'm going to play a little tune now called Lochaber Badger, because when I was playing the session the other night in Black Cats, which is still going amazingly despite restrictions, in what's it called? Rose Street in Edinburgh here. We suddenly remembered, me and Ewan Wilkinson, my guitar playing, singing chum, we remembered about the set that we hadn't done for ages and years, like Lochaber Badger. It's a Fred Morrison tune, bagpipe tune, and a lovely tune. It's followed by Duncan the Gauger. I think I played it in a show before, but probably about 2 years ago, so nobody will remember anyway. Nobody ever watches 2 shows anyway. They only just watch one and go, wow, that was different. Here we go. This is especially for my friend Badger. Ooh, I'll tell you a little bit, some exciting news about my friend Badger after this. Go back so you can see Panoramic's keyboard. Rager, what a cracking tune. And Look At Amber Badger, both cracking tunes. I'm going to move the screen down a wee bit just for those of you that are actually interested in anything I'm playing there, because you probably can't see the accordion that well unless I'm further away there. And then you might not hear it. I'll get complaints, more complaints. I actually get surprisingly few complaints, but considering all the notes that I play that shouldn't, and all things I say that shouldn't, so I'll get off quite lightly really, I think. Anyway, I was going to say some exciting news about my old chum Badger. Yes, everybody has a pal called Badger. I think mine is real name Bill Brownlee, well known to many of you out there, I know. But you've seen him on some of the outside broadcasts as well. Got incredible spiky vertical grey hair and awful on the accordion compared to me. Anyway, he's not bad, I suppose. Anyway, despite all that, it's his 70th birthday coming up on the 20th of February. I'm sure you won't mind me telling you, because he's got a lot of fans out there. He's got a big following himself. Although I keep persuading him to try and come up and be my guest on my show, just solo, but he's not accepted yet. But maybe this will be the year. Fingers crossed. Anyway, he's having a 70th birthday, whether he wants to or not, and it's a Sunday night. So me and some of my mutual friends of his were suggesting a celebration and birthday party, because hopefully the restrictions will be eased a bit by then in February. And the Saturday night, the 19th, we were suggesting to him, but he's talking about, first of all he agreed, and then 24 hours later he disagreed, which is very like Badger, because he thinks he might just go away, somewhere. Well, he would have been away at Face Fort Augustus that weekend anyway, had it been on, but it's not, because it's been cancelled because of the pandemic. By the way, I used to teach at Face Fort Augustus since its instigation about 15-20 years ago. I taught there for the first 10 years, and then I couldn't one year because I was on tour in England, and then they got somebody else to do it and they never invited me back. Shocking. Anyway, Badger waited until I wasn't teaching there anymore before he became a regular pupil at it. So. No. Anyway, yeah, that's not happening. She's not going there, but apparently some of the people from Face Fort Augustus might be having their own little mini face in Dunkeld that weekend, so we might go and do that instead of hanging out with his real pals. Yeah. Okay, Badger, you just do what you want. Anyway, I know he'll be watching this show, you see, so this is a guilt trip I'm giving him here, as well as informing all you people. Tell you what, everybody out there who thinks Badger should have a party with his friends in Edinburgh instead, raise your hand and say aye. Oh, look at all these people waving out there in Facebook land. Okay, Badger, so get your act together. Stick around. We'll just do it on another night when you're back anyway. It'll surprise you, and that'll be even worse for you. So you just swallowed it. Swallow the pill. Swallowing the pill. New Matrix film's coming out again. Wow. Reboot. Fantastic. I love the Matrix. In fact, I'm thinking I'm going to do an episode with Matrix. I just have to get a really long coat from somewhere. And sunglasses, that's it, and then spray the hair black. Easy. Well, this is one of the easiest costumes I've found. Very effective though, just a little hat and pair of pyjamas basically. Marks and Spencer's pyjamas, cheap as chips. Right, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I've got no dog this week again. I don't know where the dog is. I don't get any response to my messages anymore, so maybe they're sick of lending me the dog after 2 years. I'm actually going to have to go up the stairs this week and knock on the door and ask if the dog's still alive. If I can use it. It would have been an excellent black and white combination again, same as Police Chief Miekelson last week, and the convict this week, Fingers Mcgraw. Black and white would have been perfect with a little black and white Lola. She's got the natural colourings for this show. Anyway, she's not here, so we've just got the old stuffed dog again. Never mind. Saves me on doggy treat bills. Oh, by the way, what the dog's maybe not eating, but I'm eating my gruel. Look, I've got bananas in it though. You wouldn't get that in prison. Yeah, you would get gruel. Right, some more tunes. I've talked enough. I'm going to play some little hornpipes. The Firefly, the Quarrelsome Piper. Oh, that reminds me of a story about last night. I'll tell you that in a minute. And the Gypsies. Oops. That's another 2 months added on to my sentence for these mistakes.